guys, I'm Nate Tennant with Gold Seal. Thank you for joining us today. It's another beautiful day here at Sun and Fun. Day 3 here. Things are kicking off to a good start this morning. And this morning we actually have Angela Anderson, who is the marketing director for ForeFlight, with us today to tell us all about the new and exciting things that ForeFlight has coming. I'm sure that if you've been in the aviation world or know anyone in the aviation world, you know of ForeFlight, you've heard of it. The general aviation community especially, I was just talking to Angela about it. If you don't use it every day, you know someone that does. So I'm going to pass it on to her. Angela, so what do you do for ForeFlight? How did you get to where you are?
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me here. This is fun to be here with you guys, live streaming. So I'm Director of Marketing with ForeFlight. And actually this summer will be 5 years with the company. So I've seen a lot of change and growth. It's just been a very exciting thing to be a part of, and every day is a unique challenge and very exciting, and it's just wonderful to work with such passionate people.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, tell us what's going on. Where are you guys located here at Sun and Fun? Is there places people can come talk to you guys?
Absolutely. So we are your neighbor here in Hangar C. We're just a couple rows over. C97 is our booth number. So
very cool. Tons of people here at Sun and Fun. And so what is going on with ForeFlight? What are you guys promoting right now?
Yeah, so, and I think we're going to take a look at this here in a minute. We are demonstrating the next version of ForeFlight, ForeFlight 10, which will be coming soon. Don't have an exact date, but coming soon. It'll be the next release. We're queuing up. And we've got some exciting new features in this release. We have some enhancements to the search capability in the app. We've made some enhancements to Airspace, so making it much easier to plan around and navigate around complex airspace.
Right.
And then also some new hazard alert.
Oh, cool.
So we'll take a look at that.
Very cool. So can you give us a little demo of what's going on? We've got ForeFlight pulled up here on the iPad, and she's going to kind of show us some things going on.
Okay, yes, we can do that. And so we'll take a kind of a live iPad tour. There's a couple of features where it's a little more difficult to demonstrate while we're sitting here on the ground. So I have a couple little video clips that it's just live captured in the app, but that'll help visualize here for the demo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Purpose.
It's quite a bit cheaper rather than getting an airplane and going up and trying to do it.
Yeah, maybe we should have arranged that.
I mean, I'm down.
More fun,
Absolutely.
All right. So, and actually you can see here, I am connected up to a Stratus, but since there's a ADS-B tower here on the field, we're actually able to get a little bit of reception here in the building. So what you're seeing is a live traffic picture of aircraft buzzing around the field, and we've got some here parked on the ramp. Probably static aircraft.
That's pretty awesome. So if you have your ForeFlight, if you have your iPad or your phone with you today and you have ForeFlight on there and you happen to bring your Stratus with you, then you can watch everybody land in the pattern and things like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So little bonus shot there.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're looking at here is the ForeFlight 10 version, and I'm going to clear out, turn off our traffic layer and just clean up the map a little bit. So first we'll take a look at the enhanced search capability. So what this will do is make the search capability consistent across the airport map and plates view.
Okay.
And then we've expanded it to where you can search for a street address, a place name.
Oh, wow.
For example, you can type in a city and state. If you're not sure, you know you're going to Tampa, but you're not sure the name of the airport, you can just type in Tampa FL, and it will bring up all those local airports around Tampa.
Oh, wow.
So it makes it really easy to find where you're going to an unfamiliar location. So let's just take a look here. I tap inside the search box and just begin typing. And you can see as I'm typing, that smart response from that search engine is presenting results as I type.
So cool. It's already pulling up all the airports in the area. That's very cool.
And we call that predictive search, to be able to pull up as I'm typing.
You guys at ForeFlight have made it so much easier to navigate things, especially in the general aviation community. Going to new places was always, especially as a new pilot, when you're just starting to go cross country and just starting to get out of your comfort zone in your local airport, it can be daunting to go somewhere new and you don't know the airports around. You don't know certain waypoints and nav fixes and nav aids in the area. you've done your studying. Hopefully you've done some research before you've taken off and gone to that area. But it just helps to have this at your fingertips, and that's so cool.
Absolutely. I wish I'd had this in my primary training, but
Absolutely.
yeah. And to your point, doing your homework ahead of time, ForeFlight definitely makes it a lot easier to visualize where you're going to be headed.
Sure.
All of the airspace and hazards, and looking at the weather, getting a feel for what's going on.
Right. And to have some of these saved, so that you can quick pull them up on the side there. So cool.
So that's search. You can also search for procedures. Just real quick here. So we have Orlando plugged into our route here. If I hop over to the plates view and I type ILS, it's going to pull up ILS approaches for those waypoints that I have over on the maps view.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of talking back and forth and filtering the relevant information to the top of that search.
Yeah, I can imagine if you were stuck in the clouds or needed to get down quickly, needed to find an ILS right away. Being able to just pull up ILSs rather than going through every airport and seeing if they have an ILS approach or a precision approach. Just being able to type in
just
ILS.
one more way to find that information.
Yeah, it just makes it so much faster.
So, okay, cool. So the other really fun thing I'm excited to talk about, and this has been a feature request for a long time, and that's Airspace in Profile.
Okay.
So we're here on the maps view, and we have our flight plan editor drawer extended, tap on Profile, and now we can see, based on the route line that we have plugged in, we're going to be able to see all that airspace that's along our planned route.
Oh my
and I can just tap right on it in the profile, and as I do, it's going to present the floor and ceiling of that airspace, what type of airspace, and the name. And then as I'm tapping, it's also engaging the map below and snapping to where that airspace actually is on the map below and highlighting that. So it just gives you a really great leg up on
that is so cool.
being aware of that airspace.
That's something that I know a lot of pilots have been wanting for a long time, is to be able to get a visual representation of what that airspace looks like as you're coming through. Because just looking at it on a sectional chart before you go, you've got to really know your stuff in order to know how to navigate
gives you
that.
more of a 3D visual.
A vertical picture of what's going on, and that's fantastic.
Yep, and combined with, now we can tap on this little altitude box and drag our altitude down here, and now you can see coming into view along the bottom is still our terrain and obstacle profile.
Is that what
view
this green bar there is your terrain profile?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is Florida, so it's not too dramatic.
Right.
But we do see there's quite a few very tall towers.
Yeah.
So seeing all of this integrated into one view just really helps you prepare for the flight ahead. And also, when you're in the air, this will present your aircraft with, it'll scroll along as you're flying. So you'll continue to see airspace ahead along the flight track.
Gotcha. That's very cool. And I'm assuming, as you get lower than 1,000 feet of clearance, it turns yellow and gives you a heads up?
Correct, yes. Okay. The terrain and obstacle will turn yellow to red, depending on your relative height to that awesome. Hazard. Yep. So, cool. And it will show. So we'll depict controlled airspace, TFRs as well, which we see we've got one.
Oh, that's what that
here.
is. Okay,
yes,
very cool.
Yep. So TFRs, SUA, MOA airspace will all be depicted there in the profile.
Nice.
So, somewhat related to the airspace depiction is something we call airspace highlighting.
Okay.
So what this will do, I'm just going to pan back out here. Just going to simplify our view here. So we're going to watch where, kind of on the right-hand side of the iPad, where we've got Orlando airspace. So what the airspace highlighting will do, and it's a setting up in the map settings area with the aeronautical map layer turned on, under airspace. It's the second option down where it says auto highlight.
Okay.
So when I turn it off, and I'll do this a couple times so you can kind of see what's going on. So we see all this blue airspace around Orlando highlighted, and we see our route line kind of shooting off to the southwest there. So when I turn on our highlight, it's going to dim down the airspace that is not relevant to our flight path.
Yeah. Kind of decluttering your view there.
Yeah, and I've got a little video clip. It may help illustrate that a little more. Okay, so you can see our route line plugged in here. We're rubber banding to put another waypoint in, and as we move our route line away from that airspace, you can see it dim down. We delete that, and now it's brightening back up again.
Okay, that's fantastic. So even as you pull your route around, the airspace will respond.
And it will refresh and highlight only the airspace that's relevant to you.
Very, very cool.
Let's see. Oh, the other thing, there's no demonstration of it, but we have automatic downloads.
Okay.
So that's been actually a long time feature request as well.
I can tell you personally from using ForeFlight all the time that having to go in, delete expired, and then download everything manually definitely has been a challenge. So just being able to automatically download the updates and download all the things was
correct. And the way that'll work is when the app is running and you're connected to a Wi-Fi internet, and you open the app, it will just automatically start downloading your chart and data updates, so you can get straight to planning and looking at the weather and not have to worry about.
Now, is there a setting where you can automatically delete the expired ones?
That's still a manual process.
Okay.
But the natural course of how those updates work, the expired charts and data, when the new is downloaded, it just automatically drops away the expired data.
Oh, cool.
So,
okay. Very, very cool.
Yep, okay, and let's see, the final one is our hazard alert. So we already have a hazard advisor map layer. Let's take a quick look at that.
Oh, wow.
So our hazard map layer, this is already available. We already saw our profile view with terrain and obstacle.
Yep.
We also have a 3D synthetic vision view.
Right, yeah.
So now layered on top of that is the new hazard alert. So no matter what the active app view is, it will present a hazard alert. And it's a little pop-up map that will depict the terrain or hazard that's ahead of the aircraft.
Okay.
We'll just give it a few seconds here. We're cruising along our...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so it really gets your attention, too. It's not just something that... It really comes to the forefront.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Exactly. And you can either dismiss it manually, or once the threat resolves, it will automatically dismiss itself. So in a way, it kind of keeps you hands-free, gives you the notification, but you don't have to interact with the iPad. You can keep flying the airplane and just be more aware of those terrain and obstacle hazards.
Very, very cool. Awesome.
So that is what's coming in 10 in a nutshell.
Fantastic. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, this is a first look at ForeFlight 10, not even out yet. And we're getting a sneak peek here with Angela Anderson, the Director of Marketing for ForeFlight, giving us a hands-on view of what's to come with the new ForeFlight. And Angela, is there any kind of discounts or anything that people can get working with you guys?
Oh, yes. So a couple of things to say on that front. So we definitely are thrilled to be able to provide a discount to SAFE members. So if you are a member of SAFE, you'll receive a 30% discount on your ForeFlight subscription. Cool. And you'll just go to foreflight.com/SAFE.
Very cool. And actually, the discount that you get with ForeFlight pays for your SAFE membership, if you think about it, really.
Oh, there you go.
It all kind of comes out in the wash in the end. And
it's a win-win-win.
It is a win-win-win. Awesome. Cool. Yep. And so what's next with ForeFlight? How are you guys growing?
Oh, so one more thing on...
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you come visit us here at the show, here in Hangar C, if you are purchasing new or upgrading to one of our Plus plans, you'll get an additional 30 days on your subscription. So 13 months for the price of 12. So
cool.
Come by and take advantage of that.
Very, very cool. Awesome. Yep. So again, what's new with ForeFlight? How are you guys growing?
Oh yeah, gosh. So we were talking before our segment started here that almost 5 years ago there was only about 20 of us, and now we've grown to, I think, over 140
Wow.
employees across 2 continents. So it's just been phenomenal growth, and we still have so much to do, and there's so much we want to do to advance this technology. And of course, we need great people to help us do that. So we're always hiring. If you hit our website, ForeFlight.com/careers, you'll see all of the available opportunities for server developers, iOS developers, GIS analysts, QA, sales, marketing. We're looking for good people in all realms. So.
All right, well, you heard it here, Gold Seal Nation. If you guys, if you need a job, ForeFlight's got you covered. They're growing like crazy. Angela, thank you so much for coming today and talking to us about the new 10 and showing us everything that it has to offer. We really appreciate having you here.
Yeah, and I just want to give a little shout out to our Sun and Fun people. Our core customer base is the GA flyer, and when ForeFlight kind of initially came on the scene, and we're dipping our toe into presenting what we had at these big air shows, Sun and Fun was the first.
Yeah.
And this crowd really embraced what we were doing, and took a chance to believe in the technology and adopt it and use it and give us the feedback to help grow the product, grow the company. So we really appreciate all the Sun and Fun crowd that has supported us over the years.
Yeah.
And just really appreciate that.
And you were saying it started off showing demos over in Hangar E, 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
Yes, well, yeah, so 2017 was our 10-year anniversary.
Okay, wow.
So 10 years of ForeFlight, if you can believe it, and I can't remember exactly, it was before my time, the first time that ForeFlight representative was here at Sun and Fun. But yeah, it was, we hung out by the Starbucks and grabbed people in line to give them a demo, and the rest is history.
That's fantastic. Well, Angela, thank you again so much for coming. It's been a gigantic pleasure having you here.
Yeah, great.
And
Thanks so much.
we'll be back with more content later. Thanks, guys.
Pass your written test and your check ride with Gold Seal, the Internet's #1 ground school. Take a free test drive today and see how much fun learning to fly can be at onlinegroundschool.com.